Beloved Teddy Bear is back on the screen. Take a look at Paddington 2.
It's a young man's game.
Well, I think you're in great shape for a man your age, Mr. Brown.
Ah, thank you, Paddington.
Hang on, how old do you think I am?
Oh, about 80?
80?
At least.
Safely settled in London with the Brown family, the popular teddy bear Paddington is back for the follow-up to his first box office success.
Any pressure on you coming back to do this story again? Any concerns, fears?
Well, there's always a bit of a concern about, what they call the second album syndrome. Have you still got it? And it's lovely that people have been reacting to the second film, calling it, the Godfather 2 of family films, in that it's as good, if not better than the first. So that's lovely.
Now then, simmer down, simmer. All right, a little bit more. I'm sorry, I'm at my worst tonight, I really am.
I am tickled the deepest shade of shrimp.
This Paddington story adds a few new faces to the familiar cast.
I'm going to ask one of you to come up here and open the fair. Volunteers. Anyway. Eeny, meeny, miny. Bear.
This is your first run with Paddington. What was it about the story that made you want to sign on?
It was a very juicy part, and therapeutic for me to bring out my inner narcissistic.
Inner?
What's this?
Ah, that must be the popping book. Very interesting.
Really?
You see, Madame Koslover's great-grandmother, who started the fair, was also a brilliant artist. And every time they visited a new city, she made a popping book to remember it by.
In this adventure, Paddington spots a pop-up book in an antique shop, the perfect present for his aunt's 100th birthday. But a thief steals it before he can raise the money to buy it. Director Paul King and actor Simon Farnaby wrote the screenplay.
How fast did this script come about for Paddington 2?
Some of the ideas came about quite sort of quickly. We very cruelly...
We thought we'd cracked it, didn't we, in about a week. And then a year and a half later, we realised we'd finally got it right.
We had this sort of bare bones. We knew we wanted to put him out in the community and meet some neighbours, so we were excited about writing some neighbour characters. And we knew he wanted this book to get his Aunt Lucy, this special present for her 100th birthday. And that was going to get him into trouble and sent to prison. That was all quite quick, but then... as Paul said, it's the rest of it is the hard work.
Simply add sentences.
Yeah, simply fill it out.
And a funny fill-out it is.
Please, would you mind if I call you back? I think I may be about to shave a customer. Oh, thank goodness. Just putting you on hold.
Paddington has been a part of our culture for many years now. Do you guys remember your first connection with the bear?
My mother read me Paddington stories every night, and as a result, I now can't sleep without one. My girlfriend has to read me. It has to be apple, glass of milk, then I get tucked in.
My mum and dad read me the stories when I was very little, but then what became significant for me was that they became the first stories that I read for myself when I was old enough. So I had a very deep connection with Paddington growing up, and was therefore quite nervous when I heard they were going to make a movie and mess with my bear.
I can tell you this, even if you didn't see the first Paddington, it is well worth seeing the second. It is indeed extremely funny. You and your family will enjoy. My daughter and I will be there tonight as well. Well, it is now time.